Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Summary: Great Expectations is a novel by Charles Dickens, first published in serial form from 1860 to 1861, which follows the journey of Pip, an orphan raised by his sister and her husband in rural England. Through Pip's journey from poverty to wealth and his exploration of love, identity, and personal growth, Dickens explores themes of ambition, social class, and the moral consequences of choices. The novel is a coming-of-age tale that captures the human capacity for transformation in the quest for self-understanding. Plot summary. 1. Pip's early life and first encounters. The story begins with Philip Pirrip, known as Pip, a young orphan living with his harsh sister, Mrs. Joe, and her kind-hearted blacksmith husband, Joe Gargery, in the marshes of Kent. One day, while visiting the graves of his parents, Pip encounters Magwitch, an escaped convict, who demands food and a file to remove his shackles. Terrified, Pip helps him, setting into motion a series of events that will shape his life. Shortly after, Pip is invited to the grand but decaying Sawtees house, the home of the eccentric and reclusive Miss Havisham and her beautiful but cold-hearted ward, Estella. Pip quickly falls in love with Estella, although she treats him with disdain, sparking Pip's longing for wealth and status. 2. Growing ambitions and a mysterious benefactor. Pip's life changes when Mr. Jaggers, a powerful lawyer, informs him that he has come into a great fortune from an anonymous benefactor, allowing him to move to London and become a gentleman. Assuming Miss Havisham is his benefactor and has plans for him to marry Estella, Pip embraces his new life, distancing himself from Joe and his humble roots. Under the guidance of Herbert Pocket, a kind friend, and Wemmick, Jaggers' quirky clerk, Pip learns the ways of high society but also becomes increasingly dissatisfied, as he realizes that wealth does not guarantee happiness or integrity. 3. Life in London and estrangement from loved ones. In London, Pip leads a lavish life but grows morally conflicted as he neglects Joe and his hometown friends, feeling ashamed of his humble beginnings. He becomes aware of the darker aspects of society, especially through his association with Jaggers, who defends criminals without personal investment in their morality. Pip's love for Estella remains unrequited, and his obsession with wealth and status alienates him further from those who truly care for him. 4. Magwitch's revelation and Pip's moral awakening. Pip's life takes a dramatic turn when Magwitch reappears, revealing himself as Pip's true benefactor. Far from the noble Miss Havisham, it is Magwitch, the convict Pip helped as a child, who has amassed a fortune and made Pip his heir out of gratitude. Shocked and repelled, Pip initially rejects Magwitch, but he slowly comes to recognize the convict's humanity and generosity, realizing his own ingratitude and moral failings. Pip helps Magwitch evade capture, risking his safety and sacrificing his wealth as he moves away from his former ambitions. 5. Estella, Miss Havisham, and the consequences of revenge. Meanwhile, Pip learns that Estella's heartlessness is the result of Miss Havisham's manipulation. Betrayed in love as a young woman, Miss Havisham raised Estella to be incapable of love, using her to wreak vengeance on men. In a tragic twist, Miss Havisham comes to regret her actions and seeks Pip's forgiveness before she dies in a fire at Sawtees house. Estella, who marries an abusive man, also suffers due to Miss Havisham's influence, and Pip learns the tragic effects of bitterness and revenge. 6. Redemption and reconciliation. After Magwitch is captured and dies in prison, Pip is left with nothing, having sacrificed his wealth to try and save him. Humbled by his experiences, Pip returns to the marshes, reconciling with Joe and his wife Biddy, whom Joe has married after Mrs. Joe's death. Pip comes to understand the true value of loyalty, kindness, and friendship, finding fulfillment in his restored relationships. In the novel's ending, Pip encounters Estella, now softened and wiser from her own suffering, suggesting that both have grown beyond their past grievances. The ambiguous nature of their meeting hints at forgiveness and potential reconciliation, even if not romantic fulfillment. Key themes. 1. Ambition and social class. Pip's journey reflects the Victorian obsession with social mobility and the belief that wealth and class could bring happiness and respect. However, Pip's experiences ultimately revealed that true fulfillment comes from integrity, kindness, and loyalty rather than social status. 2. Love and loyalty. The novel explores love in various forms: romantic, familial, and platonic. Pip's relationship with Jo embodies unconditional love and loyalty, contrasting with his unrequited obsession with Estella. Through Jo's unwavering kindness, Pip learns the value of true affection and loyalty over social ambition. 3. Guilt and redemption. Pip's journey is marked by a sense of guilt, especially in how he treats those who love him. His redemption comes as he learns humility and empathy, particularly through his care for Magwitch, who teaches him the value of compassion and loyalty. 4. Revenge and forgiveness. Miss Havisham's vengeance and bitterness have destructive consequences, harming not only her but also Estella and Pip. The novel underscores the importance of forgiveness, showing that holding on to resentment can destroy lives. Conclusion. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens is a timeless tale of ambition, love, and the journey towards self-discovery. Pip's moral growth and the lessons he learns about loyalty, humility, and kindness underscore the importance of personal integrity over social standing. Through vivid characters, rich themes, and Pip's eventual redemption, Dickens delivers a powerful critique of Victorian society and a hopeful message about the potential for transformation and human goodness.